Hey guys, welcome back. If you've had a history with my channel, like a history of watching it, then you probably recognize this thing. Or if you've seen my first thumbnail for the first video that I ever made, this thing was in it. I tried to replace a capacitor in this thing that literally smoked. And I don't have that capacitor with me right now, it's upstairs, I'm in the basement working on this. But I found a replacement capacitor, and now after finally something that I've been waiting for since I started the channel, we can finally get this working. So let's get started on that. We will solder that right back in, and that will be the time lapse that I'm going to do right with this now. But I got the capacitor and everything in, so I checked all the spaces around it. It seems like it's hooked up to everything around it that it should be. So I am going to have to test this out now, and we're going to set a timer for 30 minutes. We're going to run it, and if the capacitor is not showing any signs of damage or any like burning or smoking or anything like that, I'm pretty sure that this will have worked. So I'm going to test the capacitor first. Plugging it in. Alright. Oh, scared me. That was the static sound from the radio tuner, so. Oh, there it goes. It looks like it might still be blurry. Kind of see how it's blurry? Okay, so I'm currently in the middle of testing, and the capacitor looks fine right now. I just started testing a little bit ago, and the brightness is pretty far down, so even if I turn it up, you can still see the effect. But when it's further down, then the pixels won't bleed into each other as much. But you can kind of see that those pixels are kind of like, they kind of look blurry. I see that too with my eyes. By the way, face reveal for the first time in a couple videos. So I'm not sure if I'm going to let this run much longer, but I will, and if everything looks fine, then I'll just put it back together and everything. But I will hook the N64 up to it, by the way, since I already have it here, once I'm done, but only for a little bit, because obviously there's another capacitor in there that's probably going out. And then we'll just continue. I mean, that'll probably be pretty much it for the video. So I'll get back to you after it's there for a while. In fact, I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna trust the process. I'm just gonna trust that the capacitor's working. The text that's worn off on the top was already like that, and I don't see any bulging that wasn't there before. It's a little bit deformed, but that's how it was before, and it was just the plastic wrap. So I will get this back together and we'll try playing Doom on it. And I wish I could tell how hot the capacitor was getting, but I'll smell for smoke. What's that? Wait, oh, that's like a tiny little capacitor right there. That orange thing, that's weird. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so quick recap. I tested out the TV with the N64, everything works fine. It's still kind of blurry, but it's barely noticeable when you're watching something or when you're playing video games on this thing. So maybe it's just kind of supposed to be that blurry. There was a knob in the back for the focus. I tried adjusting that again because I adjusted it before and it didn't help, and it helped a little bit, but it didn't make it not blurry anymore. So I'm assuming that there's just another failing capacitor that's wrong in this TV, and that's what's making it blurry, or it's just supposed to be like that. And the sound, though, the sound's kind of quiet, but when I turn it on, like, on a whole, like, okay, I don't know. I don't even know. But when I turned it on, when I used the N64 with it, the audio was kind of quiet. So I'm assuming that the capacitor that I replaced was for the audio amplifier because of the audio, and it shouldn't matter. But the original capacitor was 400 volts DC, and this one is 600 volts DC. So it shouldn't matter, but maybe it does. So anyway, feast your eyes on this. Also, this is as loud as it is. Here we go. This is Doom 64. It's pretty clear, but you can still see the blur. And it's turned all the way up too. I don't know if you can even hear that. But I tried adjusting tons of knobs. None of them did anything with the audio. So, I don't know what that's all about.